The votes are in. They don't want your pity. And black people can't afford to indulge rich white people's need to endlessly flagellate themselves. They just want prices to go down and good jobs and the police when you call them. Black people, they're just like us.
Boom. Bill Maher just said what millions of Americans are thinking. Forget the pity parties, the lectures, the hashtags. People want lower prices, good jobs, and cops who show up. It's not complicated. And when a lifelong liberal like Maher calls out his own side for missing this, you know something's broken. This is the wake-up call Democrats didn't see coming, and it's why voters are done with the nonsense. So how did it get this bad? Let's start with the Democrats' biggest blind spot, their own arrogance.
Kamala spent 100 days telling voters, I know it feels like crime and illegal immigration are bad, but your feelings, look at this chart. Yes, there's a lot to not like already about the new regime, but maybe take 1 week to ask what you did wrong. The basis for Democratic campaigns has become, we're the smart people. That we know from the get-go. No need to look into that. We know that a priori, which is a Latin phrase the red hat people wouldn't have a clue about.
Ouch, Maher nails it. Democrats talk down to voters like they're students in a lecture hall. Trust our charts, not your reality. But Americans aren't dumb. They're living with rising crime, skyrocketing bills, and open borders. They don't need a PhD to know something's wrong. This smug, we're smarter than you attitude isn't just annoying. It's why people are walking away. They want leaders who listen, not professors who preach. And no one embodied that disconnect more than Kamala Harris.
The big issue, right?
Right.
Was immigration. And
inflation, immigration.
Those two are very big issues. And you asked Vice President Harris,
Right.
why did you let all these people in for the last 4 years? She did not have an answer. I still don't know the answer. They actually could, with an executive order, shut it down as they did earlier this year. So why did they not do it 3 years earlier? And I think people felt she did not respond to that in any way. She had no answer on inflation, and she also seemed to represent that whole woke zone that people are sick to death of. And I think those three did it.
Kamala Harris had one job, explain the border crisis, and she froze. No answer, no plan, just silence. For 4 years, Americans watched millions cross unchecked, and when asked why, nothing. It's not just incompetence. It feels like a betrayal. People aren't asking for perfection. They're asking for someone to care enough to try. And Kamala's blank stare said it all. They stopped trying. But it's not just the border. The Democrats' whole woke obsession is pushing people away, especially when they deny it's even a problem. Did you know 98% of you watching right now aren't subscribed? If you're fed up with the left's empty promises and want more straight talk like this, hit that subscribe button. It's a small click for you, but it's huge for keeping this channel alive and spreading the truth. Let's keep this fight going together.
I agree with the first two, because immigration, as I said, well, inflation was something. The Biden-Harris administration, they wrestled with that through the supply chain, through trying to lower the cost, making sure that people could afford their groceries and their gas. But still, childcare became a big issue, housing, the cost of housing. So while I do believe that they made significant gains, there's no question immigration became an issue. But I'm not going to get into this, oh, the people are too damn woke. That wasn't an issue. What happened?
Yeah, it was.
I disagree with you.
I know, I'm not.
Donna Brazile tried to dodge it. Wokeness isn't the issue. Maher's response, 3 words. Yeah, it was. And he's right. Americans are fed up with the endless moralizing, the identity politics, the scolding. They don't want to be told what to think. They want leaders who fix real problems like inflation and crime. This denial is why Democrats keep losing ground. They're arguing with reality, and reality's winning. That disconnect gets even uglier when it tears families apart.
The chief psychiatric resident at Yale University, Amanda Calhoun, recently told Joy Reid it's okay to cut off family members if they voted for Trump and tell them, I'm not going to be around you this holiday. Oh, how pure. It's like not letting certain people sit with you on the bus. She also said that it shouldn't be automatic that family members think they're entitled to your time. She said that's just a societal norm. Family. Who do they think they are? Family? I mean, Think about that. A mental health professional advising people to isolate during the holidays. And don't forget to drink too much and put on weight.
Imagine this. You're at Thanksgiving passing the mashed potatoes and someone says, "Sorry, Mom, your vote means we're done." That's not politics. That's insanity. When a Yale expert says it's fine to ditch your family over a ballot, it's not progressive, it's a cult. Maher's sarcasm cuts deep here, and it should. This kind of division isn't just wrong, it's breaking the country apart. People want unity, not ultimatums. Speaking of division, let's talk about the Democrats' biggest lie, Joe Biden's fitness to lead.
Did you see him this week? Could you imagine if we were just starting on the next term? That was
First
not.
of all,
Wandering off
happy
into the
birthday, Joe
Brazilian
Biden.
rainforest.
Happy birthday. Joe Biden turned 82 this week. And Bill, I hope you're still kicking ass at 82.
They told us Biden was fine, sharp, ready to lead at 82, but every time he stepped in front of a mic, the truth was undeniable. He wasn't. Watching him struggle wasn't just sad, it was infuriating. If they'd lie about something this obvious, what else are they hiding? The border? The economy? Trust is hard to rebuild when the gap between their words and reality is this wide. And that gap, it's why Kamala Harris and the Democrats' whole approach collapsed.
Try making too woke be a cancelable offense. It's important for America to have a center-left party and for that party to be competitive. And a good first step toward that goal would be to make the voters not want to punch you in the face. I will conclude by saying the reason I'm so mad at the Democrats is because as a voter, the issues that were important to me were democracy and the environment. And now, there's no one to champion or defend either of them because you, with your aggressively anti-common sense agenda and exclusionary attitude, blew it. You lost everything.
Maher's frustration is palpable, and it's shared by millions. Kamala's campaign wasn't about solutions, it was about buzzwords. Wokeness over competence, vibes over vision. Americans don't want TikTok platitudes. They want leaders who tackle the economy, crime, and the environment with actual plans. When Democrats chose ideology over results, they didn't just lose an election, they lost trust. But Maher doesn't just point fingers, he offers a way forward.
And this Thanksgiving, before the big meal, remember to take turns saying what you're hateful about. You know who I really wouldn't want to have Thanksgiving dinner with? This overly educated, i.e. extremely stupid, ivory tower academic. But I would. Because if we ever want this nation to heal, this is what we have to do.
This is the gut punch. Maher's not just mocking the absurdity, he's calling for something better. Healing doesn't come from canceling grandma or shouting at neighbors. It comes from hard conversations, shared meals, and listening. It's a reminder that Americans, even at 40 or 65, still believe in coming together, and that's the kind of common sense we need more of. Bill Maher is not a conservative. He's a liberal, fed up with his own party's disconnect. And if he's this angry, imagine how the rest of America feels. The Democrats' obsession with wokeness, their arrogance, their silence on real issues. It's a recipe for losing voters. But there's hope if they listen. What do you think? Can the Democrats turn it around, or are they too far gone? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if this hit home, and subscribe for more breakdowns that cut through the noise. Because in a world this divided, clarity is everything.